Hello and welcome. Well, it's Friday the 13th, so if you're suspicious, be careful out there. I have a 2-card tarot reading for you, and I'm using my spirit animal cards, which I do every Friday. I do think they're a lovely pack of cards, and I always look forward to seeing who comes out for us. So let's see who's there. Oh, okay. Right. Excuse me. Okay, we've got penguin and we've got salamander. I was writing about salamanders the other day for an article, and it was believed in ancient times that they could come out of fire unscathed. So they were seen as quite a magical animal. I've not seen this card actually, so I was sort of stopping speaking. Penguin's come out before, I know he has, but not the salamander, so that's interesting. I don't want him to overshadow our little penguin though. He's so cute, isn't he? Look at him. There's a shell and there's a little fish poking out, and he's looking there. Is he chatting to him? Is that his dinner? I don't know. I would like to feel like they're having a little bit of a conversation, because he's got his mouth open there. And he seems to be just really listening. So I do feel like listening actually is the first message. How often do we stay quiet and listen? It's a skill, isn't it? We don't always have it. When was the last time you listened to somebody trying to tell you something? And I'm guilty of this, talking over people. We all do it. So you're trying to get your point in. I think it's really interesting sometimes to reflect on that. How much do I listen? Because you actually learn an awful lot. So I feel like this penguin would normally eat this fish, but he's now listening to his point of view. So maybe he's learning something about the world. And maybe we've got something that we can take on that as well. I also feel that this is a message about listening to our intuition. I feel like that's really important today. And I feel like the Seer of Shells, which is like the Page of Cups, is a perfect example of somebody that perhaps does spend a lot of time listening and maybe not putting their point forward. They're not seen as somebody that's really quite forthright and outspoken. They're a little bit dreamier. They're sitting and pondering things. But it's a really lovely energy. It's a really nice energy that I'm getting from this card. And I feel, you know what? It's got a really lovely balance as well, because we're not going to get caught up in the daydreaming, because we're going to take this magical salamander's energy as well. Now, I feel he's the Two of Branches, which is like the Two of Wands. And both of these branches, if you look, they've got the yin-yang sign. Yeah, so it's like you've got a choice, and both choices have got positives and negatives, but you have got a choice. So using these kinds of qualities, this penguin, as I say, I feel for some reason the message of listening is there, but also the action, the decision making, the magic that comes with this salamander. In traditional tarot packs, the salamander is linked with the King of Wands, and that's a person that knows a decision, how to make a decision and how to move forward. But I'm really drawn as well to this sun. The sun looks like it's setting. It doesn't look like a morning sun, does it? It looks like an evening sun. So I do feel that there's no huge urgency today for you to make any decisions, and I think that's quite nice. I mean, the downside to it is that you may never make the decision, obviously, but that's your choice. And I read some actually recently, if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. So if you're in a situation you don't like and you are not doing anything about it, not making any decisions to change it, then that is the situation that you're choosing. So there's lots of inner work here, I feel, today. And it is the day before the solar eclipse. So maybe this is where you're going to really start setting your intentions. Doesn't seem to say that huge amounts are going to happen today, but maybe internally you're going to have some sort of shift within you, or internal decision, and the idea that, well, I'm going to sleep on it and then tomorrow that's when the action's going to happen. So I do feel that there is a pause for thought here. Now, what I usually do with these spirit animals is read the little messages that come with them. So, because it's just such a lovely book, such a lovely pack, and I do think that they bring something extra to our tarot. So, Penguin's message: adapt to circumstances, open to wonder and embrace the adventure. Now, obviously, the last few days we've had these really big messages coming in from the tarot. Might be that your world's turned upside down a little bit, or there's been endings. You don't have to react immediately. Maybe just sit there and imagine what your life could be. Maybe that's why Penguin's coming in with his wonderful imagination that is linked to the Seer of Shells. Right, Two of Branches then. What's our Salamander's message? Oh, take a risk, choose what you really want. Wow, that is really, really powerful message, isn't it? So here's the guy thinking about all the options, and there's the one coming in and going, right, well, you've thought now, what do you want? Really relates back to our major arcana card, especially that Judgment card, isn't it? Let go of control. Really clear to the universe what you want out of your life, and they will make those opportunities. And I say, there's the yin and the yang. It doesn't always look like a great choice, but it is the right choice, and it will always lead to what it is that you actually want. So this, I feel, is a reminder that we are being called on to work with our intuition and with the universe. And when we do that, amazing things happen. So I hope that has helped you today, and I hope amazing things do happen for you. So yeah, I might have mentioned it a few times. It's a solar eclipse tomorrow, so I will come back with a special reading for that. I'm not sure which cards I'm going to use yet. I'll have a little think. I'll sit and ponder that, shall I, today? Anyway, have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye for now.